Council, April 20th, 2023. I'm going to pledge allegiance to the flag.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Have a seat. Roll call, please.
Anthony Lipsonsky.
I am here.
Kenneth Hall.
Present.
Bonnie Allman.
Here.
Sandra Sayuk is absent. Trevor Stone is absent. Ronald Glassick.
Here.
Judith Haldeman.
Here.
Riley Tillotson is absent. Judy Kutzler.
Here.
Mayor Anthony Pristash.
Present.
An approval for the minutes of the public workshop meeting held March 2nd, 2023, and the regular public meeting held on March 16th.
Make a motion to pass as presented.
Motion made by Mr. Glassick. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Haldeman. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Hearing of persons present. Nobody, so we'll move on. The President's report, at this time I have nothing. Mayor's report.
Thank you. I'll start in chronological order today. First of all, the fishing contest that our police force is holding will be this Saturday. I know Councilwoman Allman will have more on that a little later, but I just would like to invite everyone to that, being that not only is there a fishing contest, but there's a Chinese auction with some fantastic prizes that you are welcome to come by and bid on, and just enjoy the nice weather we're having along the Hakkadakwa Creek behind the police station. So that's a Saturday at 8 o'clock, and as I said, Councilwoman Amman will have more on this in her report. The banner project will be wrapping up this upcoming Friday, April 28th. So if you know anyone who still would like to order a banner and apply for one, please get it in by this Friday, April 28th. We have 91 that are coming back very shortly, so we're looking to get those up probably starting next week already, so I'll keep you posted on that. And lastly, Buckeye Partners, Buckeye Pipeline, had a mock oil spill drill, which was headed up here in Northampton using the community center as their base camp. I was involved in that, as was our fire department and other local fire departments from the Tricolor's Bridge down south. In all honesty, it was a phenomenal experience for me, not only as a mayor, but as a businessman and a townsperson, to see the intent, the exceptional effort they put into doing this. They did everything in this drill except put the oil in the water. Okay, the fire companies spread booms across the Lehigh River yesterday. They put booms around the water intake, so the municipal authority was involved. And our fire company went out with our boats and rafts, spread a 600-foot line across, partially boomed it, so we can at least see what their efficiency was. And they were very efficient. And even speaking on behalf of Chief Knobloch, he was even surprised at how efficient they were right out of the gate, because they've never had done anything like this before. So after we did it, we found some areas that we do need to improve on as far as resources should this ever happen. But as far as Buckeye Pipeline and Buckeye Partners was concerned, again, they did everything top to bottom. As I walked into the community center this morning, there were over 105 people there, about 105, who are here for this, okay, from all over the country. This is one of their training exercises. It got to the detailed point where they asked me as mayor, who do we need to contact? Did you contact the borough manager. No, they actually called Leroy and said, this is a mock, we want to make sure that you know this is happening. So again, short of spilling the oil in the river, this was a true to form disaster drill. Okay, and I'm comfortable to say that if this does happen, they are ultimately professional, efficient, and organized with what they do. People who were there took this seriously. There was no slouching with any of the processes that had to happen as a drill. They threw in different wrenches to add a little more thought to the people's process. And in the end, our fire department received a $2,500 gift from Buckeye, which will be used, of course, to accentuate the work they're doing. So it was a fantastic experience, both for the borough, for Leroy, for our departments, and they performed very, very efficiently, and proud to say that they are ready to go should there ever be a problem. So thank you, Buckeye Partners, for bringing this to town. It was great for the area also. Community center for 2 days with over 100 people, breakfast, lunch, etc. So we've learned a lot, both what we can do as a borough and how we can use this resource in the future. So again, thank you, Buckeye Partners. Yes,
Question.
Councilman.
And sorry for my being naive, but do we have piping going across the Lehigh River any place that has oil through it, or do we have any oil barges going up the Lehigh?
North of the Trichlor's Bridge, there is a pipeline.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
just okay.
they spurred a boom south of the Trichlor's Bridge. They encircled the intake,
Okay.
and I believe Mr. Kerbach and company were there. I know there were 4 people from the municipal authority. And then our fire department spread the boom from the Triborough dock 600 feet north aside. So they were evaluated on it. Everybody at the mock drill for the pipeline was evaluated on their performance. And again, it was very professional, to the point where we even did a news conference at 2:30 this afternoon, where they asked questions. They had mock reporters. I had to get up as mayor, and they were real questions, real answers. And again, everything was evaluated to the point where if this happens, they're ready.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Mayor.
just didn't know. Thank you for that
Yes.
update.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
So again, thank you, Buckeye Partners, for bringing this to Northampton. It was a phenomenal experience, and all the better mayor for being a part of it. So,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
For the solicitor's report,
Yes, if I may. As you're all aware, we're going to have on the agenda, already on the agenda for this evening, is consideration of the approval of the resignation of 4th Ward Councilwoman Sandra Sayuk. And as part of the solicitor's report, I think it's appropriate to advise council as to the process that will be involved should action be taken to approve that resignation. And in particular, it's governed by the Borough Code, and if a council member does resign, which is their right, it has to be done by formal written resignation, which we have received. The vacancy itself is not actually created until such time that the council accepts the resignation at a public meeting, which is why the matter's on the agenda for tonight's meeting. And then it is, it's council's obligation to accept that resignation within 45 days of the time that it was tendered, and we are within that time. Once the vacancy is created, the council then fills the vacancy and has to act within 30 days by temporarily appointing a borough resident that is a registered voter, and that's accomplished by council adopting and approving a resolution. That appointed individual then serves until the first Monday in January, after the first borough elections that would occur more than 60 days after the vacancy, which would be until the first Monday in next January. And thereafter, that spot is filled through election, and that person elected then serves the balance of the unexpired term. And beyond that, I have nothing more for the solicitor's report. If there's any questions, I'm happy to answer.
questions for the solicitor? Thank you. Moving on to reports from committees. We'll start with Administration and Finance and look to Mr. Hall for that.
Thank you. The Atlas Museum curator Ed Pandy reports receiving donation in the amount of $2,000 from Holcomb US Incorporated. On Tuesday, April 11th, Mr. Brooks and members of the staff met with a representative from Keystone Municipal Insurance Trust, KMIT, to review our loss runs for workers' compensation insurance. And on Tuesday the 18th, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Welsko will attend, or have attended, I'm assuming, Northampton Area School District Council of Government meeting. Mayor Pristash and Chief Kadingo also are expected to attend. End of report.
Well, thank you, Mr. Hall. Look to Building, Land, and Recreation by Ms. Haldeman.
Thank you. Several meetings have been held concerning the swimming pool. Painting of the deck will begin soon. Work has begun to convert a portion of the refreshment stand into an entrance for our patrons. Work continues on the ball fields between the NAA and the recreation leagues. The fields will see heavy use. Park permits aren't lagging. There are many good dates still available if you're interested in a park permit. End of report. Thank you.
Thank you. Look to Code and Police, Mrs. Alman.
Thank you. The Planning Commission met on Wednesday, April 12th to consider a sketch plan proposal for the construction of the 35 to 40 self-storage units. The Commission was favorable to the idea. However, the applicants will need to provide a much more detailed plan and will be required to receive one or more zoning variances. Mark your calendars for Saturday, April 22nd for the police-sponsored fishing derby. 3 prizes will be given for the top 3 largest fish that are caught. The contest begins at 8 a.m. and goes until 2, and food will be available for purchase as provided by the Exchange Club. And as the mayor had given some insight, there will also be a Chinese auction, which is known as a basket social to some, and we hope that you all will attend. Members of the police department participated in the gun buyback sponsored by the Northampton County District Attorney's Office on Saturday, April 15th. End of report.
Thank you. Fire and Health, we look to Mr. Ken Hall, please.
Okay, enclosed in your package is the health officer's report for March and the minutes from the March 28th Board of Health meeting. Also enclosed is the fire police report and fire department report for March. End of report.
Thank you. And for Public Works and Sewer, Mr. Blasek.
Thank you. Enclosed in your packet is a report from the Bethlehem Sewer Plant Tour that was done on April 11th by Scott Gillespie and Steve Irvine. Along with the engineers, Gilmore and Associates and CAP Associates attended the tour. The report is on the grit removal of the system that is enclosed. On Monday, April 3rd, a portion of the ceiling at the belt room press was collapsed. The engineering firm has contacted the structural engineer who came in to prepare an evaluation of the report at the sewer plant. End of report.
Thank you, Mr. Blasek. Unfinished business, is there any unfinished business? There is none. Moving on to new business. Consider a request for handicap parking space.
We have received a request to place a handicap parking space in the area of 204 West 14th Street. Police Chief Brian Kadingo has recommended approval.
What is the opinion of this council?
I make a motion to honor the request for the handicap parking space.
Motion second by Mr. Glassick. Question?
Yeah, question actually. Just if I understand this, it's gonna be still far enough away from the fire hydrant?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, it says first space after the fire hydrant. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider request to construct a driveway entrance.
We have received a request from Burton and June Piper of 202 East 2nd Street to construct a driveway entrance to their property from East 2nd Street. We checked the property and it should not cause any problems. Parking is not necessarily an issue in that area.
What is the opinion of this council?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Mr. Hall. Second
Second.
by Mr. Lipsomsky. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Moving on to opening of road material bids.
At this time, we'll open the sealed proposals for road materials for the borough as well as North Catasauqua Borough and the Northampton Borough Municipal Authority. We received but one, and it is from New Enterprise Stone and Lime Company Incorporated of East Earl, Pennsylvania. They do include a 10%, wait a second, a bid bond of 10% that is written by Liberty Mutual Surety. Okay. Cold patch. They give two prices. The first price that I read will be if we pick it up at the plant. The second price would be if it were delivered. Cold patch is $147 a ton. Delivered would be $151.55 per ton. 2B stone, $17.80 per ton at the plant, $22.35 delivered. 2A modified stone, $10.80 if we pick it up, $14 a ton if it's delivered. Washed sand, $22.85 at the plant, $27.40 delivered. AS2 or AS4 anti-skid, there is no bid submitted. Super pave 9.5 millimeter wearing 0 to 0.3 millimeters, $76.20 at the plant, $82.90 delivered. Super pave 9.5 millimeter wearing 0.3 to 3.0 mils, $71.85 at the plant, $78.55 delivered. Super pave 19 millimeter binder, 0 to 0.3 mil, $65.85 at the plant, $72.55 delivered. Super pave 19 millimeter binder, 0.3 to 3 mil, $62.95 at the plant, $69.65 delivered. Does anyone have any questions on any of those prices?
Yeah. Question, have we picked up in the past?
Yes.
We have picked up in the past.
On
We have-
occasion,
We
yeah.
have the equipment to pick up
Oh,
as
yeah.
well as the,
Yeah.
as well as the employees.
Especially like the 5,200 tons of 2A modified. Rainy day, that's a good job for the triaxle.
And just to get clarity for myself, this is so that we are gonna be starting a paving project that we're doing.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I just wanna make sure it was out there so that people that are
The
leaving.
quantities that are listed include not just ours, but those of North Catasauqua and the Water Authority.
Okay.
I have a question. Where's this place located? Where's this plant at?
The eastern plant over in Amrod.
Okay, and that was, my next question is, are they typically who respond when bids are put out? Is that who we have gone to in the past? Does it matter?
Over the last 5 or 6 years, they're the only bidders.
Okay,
Oh, okay.
okay, thank you.
What I would suggest is that if you're going to make a motion to approve this, it be contingent on review of the solicitor.
That's appropriate.
I like that.
course.
What is the opinion of the council?
I make a motion as stated by Leroy to go through the
Okay.
solicitor and then approve.
It's whatever the solicitor says.
Works for me.
Okay.
The new king.
Do you have a second?
Second?
By Mr. Glassick? Questions?
Yeah, what's hot mix and warm mix? Sorry for my being so naive about this, but I don't do this for a living.
We don't buy any warm mix. When we get it out of the cooker over there, it's about 300 degrees Fahrenheit.
I
Till
was
we
just
get it
wondering-
onto the job,
So what do we do in the winter? Because I know we make some
they
street
don't make
repairs.
it in the winter.
What do we use in the winter? Because I know there's.
Cold patch.
Cold patch, okay, that's what I was thinking, okay. All right.
Thank you, Mr. Glassick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider the approval of the resignation of Sandra Sayuk.
As was announced at the last council meeting, Fourth Ward Councilwoman Sandra Sayuk has submitted a letter of resignation. Council will need to take action and then we will follow the outline as provided by the solicitor.
What is the opinion of the council?
Accept the resignation as presented by Ms. Sandra Sayuk.
Second.
Second by first by Mr. Haldeman. Sorry. Mr. Glassick and Ms. Haldeman. Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Consider the appointment of a zoning officer.
Current Public Works employee Jerry Sorensitz has applied for the position of zoning officer, which will be vacated on June 15th, 2023, with the retirement of Julianne Edelman. He was interviewed by a committee of council members, and they have recommended his transfer to be effective Monday, April 24th, 2023.
Thank you. What is the opinion of this council?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion made by Ms. Haldeman. Second
Second.
by Ms. Simon. Questions? In favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it.
Congratulations, Jerry.
Congratulations. Consider request of the fire department.
Northampton Fire Department is requesting to hold a coin toss on Saturday, April 29th at 21st and Main Street from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and a rain date of Sunday, April 30th, the same time.
What is the opinion of this council?
Let it be written.
Motion made by Mr. Lupsonski. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Mr. Glassick. Question? All those in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Opposed? Well, there was nobody opposed. Thank you. Consider request of Vera Cruz Community Association.
Vera Cruz Community Association is requesting the use of the portable band trailer on Sunday, August 20th, 2023 for their annual homecoming event. They'll be required to pay a delivery and removal fee of $150 and provide a certificate of insurance naming the borough as additionally insured. They had this trailer last year and there were no concerns.
Thank you. The opinion of council?
Motion.
Motion made by Mr. Hall. Have a second?
Second.
Second by Mrs. Zaman. All those in favor? Question.
Question.
I'm trying to move it along. Question.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm not taking your, Tony, I'll
No.
take your question. No, please. It's all yours. I'd just like to know, is the $150 both to deliver it and bring it back?
Yes,
Or one charge only?
yes,
Guess what?
yes, sir.
What for each way?
$150 covers both delivery and removal.
How many people do we put on to take it down there?
Two.
We put two employees to go to Vera Cruz with the trailer, then go down and pick it up. Is it
Yeah,
$150?
usually, there's a heavy equipment operator and a summer helper.
Okay, so $150 is enough that we
Yes.
charge them?
We raised this up, not last year, the year before. It used to be 100.
Okay, well, it's in very much of a demand, so maybe we could look at that down the road, but thank you.
Thank you.
Question,
Go ahead.
would there be any type of refreshment served at this function? Because I believe a portable bathroom would be good to have.
No, they didn't ask for that. I can get you a phone number if you'd like to call them and talk to them about it.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consider the intermunicipal sewer agreement.
With the construction of the new school in East Allen Township, the borough has been asked to provide 13 EDUs, which is an estimated daily unit for the building. The solicitor has prepared an agreement for council to review and approve to complete the transaction.
What is the opinion of the council?
Make a motion to accept as presented with the understanding the solicitor gave your approval of this already?
Yes,
Okay,
it's
thank you.
prepared by my office, and
Okay.
yes is the answer to your question. Thank you.
Motion made by Mr. Glassick. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Lupsonski. Any more questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Go to reports from council members. Starting with, I say Mr. Lupsonski, no, Mr. Hall.
Thank you. The warm weather, grass cutting, it's a reminder to people not to put all their grass clippings and all that stuff out into the street, and or clean it up, you know, especially, not as bad as some of the rural roads, but extremely hazardous with motorcycles and everything else that goes, bicycles and whatever, but, also intersections, I have one in particular, maybe we can have, I don't know if Greg would do that or whatever, with tree and brush and that kind of stuff, like growing out into, is that something he would do, or somebody
No,
would
that
get to
would
police?
be code.
Pardon?
Code.
Code. Could we have a look at the intersection of 21st and Dewey? It's a very intersection that is notorious for some accidents, and there's a dogwood, a weeping cherry, beautiful tree, I understand that, but it hangs out, and you have to pull out into 21st Street in order to see the westbound traffic coming from Reichel in that direction. And anybody else see any other intersections, I know there's some other sections in the past that, brushes and trees and branches started encroaching out into things, no sense inviting accidents. Fire department, us, we're on the streets enough doing that kind of stuff, I don't need to invite. But that was one that I had seen, and just maybe in our eyes, walking around, seeing, try and drive around, pass it on, and we can get to the proper.
Yeah, if anyone notices any, just get the address or the location to me and I'll have.
It would be the northeast corner, you know which house I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Not,
I know the
not
place.
Lawyer's old house, it's the other one.
I know the place.
And that's all I have this time.
Thank you. Ms. Hollander?
Thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Sorensitz. You will be missed in Public Works and at the pool in here, but I am sure you're going to be an asset in the office. Thank you. I just want to comment that in the meetings with the pool, I've participated in a few of them, and we have, for everyone to know, we have modernized, updated the pool rules a little bit. Leroy has looked at them, and I believe we're going to move forward with putting up some new fresh signs for pool rules. If anybody would like to take a peek at them, certainly Leroy has them, I have them. I also put in front of everyone a handout for Caden Rossinies. Caden had been in here a few weeks ago presenting to us his Eagle Scout project, and he is ready to go. He does have a website. Maybe we can hit it in the newspaper. I can give you one, Savannah. I know he's anxious to start selling his bricks. I don't want to misrepresent him. I believe it was EMTs, fire, police, firefighters, police, and EMTs. Retired, active, fallen first responders, and it's going to be down by the fire department building. So that is there. So if you know of anyone or would like to honor someone with a brick, there is the form the information for how to access it. I did want to ask Leroy, have we received the cameras yet for the sewer project, for the down in the
No.
fourth? They still have not come in yet?
No.
We're about 2 weeks.
I'm getting a little nervous.
Yeah, well, don't, we're about 2 to 3 weeks waiting on those now, right?
Yeah. No, it's like everything.
Is it something that where are we getting them from?
It's a CoStar's vendor, so they're reputable. It's just a matter of them getting the merchandise that we want in a time, it's not something that, there's no money in inventory. Having $100,000 system sitting on a shelf waiting for someone to buy it is not cost effective.
Okay.
So once we ordered it, they had to order it, now we're in that process.
Are they at a point, do they update us, or can we reach out and just kind of see where we're at in the process?
I'd have to talk with Greg. He's the one that orchestrated this. I just signed a paper.
Okay, could we maybe reach out to Greg and ask him to
Yeah.
just kind of follow up on it, see where we're at with that? I'm really anxious, and then that is another question I did have in regard to the reference in Mr. Glassick's report about the sewer. What are we doing with the roof? Has structural engineering been there to take a look at it and decide what?
Yeah, we had a structural engineer in. I'm just waiting on a report. So is Scott.
As to how to move forward?
Yeah,
with-
what we need to do to protect ourselves and that facility.
Right. So it's still operational?
Oh,
They
yeah.
can work in there, they can function?
It
it's
was
just
a
op-
small area, but it shouldn't have happened.
Okay. I believe that is it for me. Thank you very much.
Mayor,
I've already spoke, thank you.
okay.
Appreciate
Mr.
your
Ayers spoke,
offer.
but I thought maybe you wanted to add something.
Well, I will add congratulations, Jerry, of course. He knows that I'm proud of him and looking forward to him working here, so congratulations. Thank you.
There's always an afterthought.
There always is, yes.
So my afterthought has to be with the Northampton Borough Police Department. They had 508 dispatches for the month of March. Oh, you're gonna do, okay, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see, did you see the fire police report too, Bonnie?
No, I didn't see the fire police.
Okay, well, and then I'll just pass that down to you.
I have it now, thank you.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'm going to refrain. Savannah, take that out of your minutes.
Off you go. You can cross that off.
Cross that one off,
Yeah.
okay. Next, Ms. Almond?
Sorry, I didn't mean to be fighting with you.
No, I didn't know if you saw that. Okay.
Okay, so I did receive a request from someone who picks up the grandchildren at Siegfried School and asked if the cross alleyways between Lincoln Avenue and Washington Avenue could be repaved. Large holes were paved several years ago, I understand, but that filling had come out and they are potholes again. Several of the kids exiting and entering the schools and the parents are falling on the alleyways, I am told.
Kiko Court.
That's why they have sidewalks.
In the alleys. The Borough Police report for March, they had 508 dispatches, 156 incidents reports were filed, 16 accident investigations, and total patrol office and court hours were 3,182 and a quarter. The fire police monthly report, they had 28 fire calls, 10 MVAs, a total of 51 number of calls, and the hours worked were 197 hours and 44 minutes. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Glassick?
Thank you. Congratulations to Mr. Francis. I'm glad that you're stepping up there again. a longtime employee to step into another position and move forward with the borough. Thank you. Looking forward to the fishing with the police department this week. It says 9 o'clock in our report, but it starts at 8? Okay.
Yeah, I changed it when I read it.
Okay, I was wondering if you just said the wrong thing. Okay, so, just wanted to check. I agree with Mr. Hall. I think Mr. Luhansky says a lot about the grass and stuff like that. But Leroy, we need to look out back, right out here by our sidewalks and by our parking lot. When I pulled in today, grass was all in the gutters right around the front of the borough building. So please take a look at that. I mean, I am stopping at people that are blowing it out there. I try to watch myself, make sure I blow it back into my yard before I do it. But we have to do it right out front here on our own municipal building, because I know it's important, so. They did it right out front here at the thing. The 10th Street debacle with the gas line, so it's still going on. But I don't believe they work Fridays, if I'm correct, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, correct? They usually work a 4-day week?
That I cannot attest to.
Okay. They have, even when they do leave at the end of the day, they keep the road closed sign up all the time, and people go down and then turn, and yet it's not closed. So if you see it up, they can be reminded that they at least take the sign down at the end of their shift, that the road's not closed. It's still very passable to go down, but at least people aren't going down the side streets when they don't really have to after they're finished at the end of the day. At the end of 10th Street, which I know is probably on the border of going into Allen Township or East Allen Township, it's very close. It's on the opposite side, exiting the town on 10th Street. There's some debris at the end, and I think you probably would just need to call Allen Township or East Allen Township to have them come out and pick it up, if it's not in our borough, but it's right at the very last house, which I do believe is in part of Allen Township. So it's not the house that's dropping. It seems like there's a tire there, a couple bags of garbage. I would wish somebody can get out there, at least let them know to pick it up. And is the plan paving going to be listed on our website? I know they put signs in the streets and stuff. Was that something that we usually do in the past, posted on the website?
If we're going to pave a road, we prepare letters to all of the property owners, and they're delivered the day before the project begins.
Perfect, thank you for that. And I'll ask the assistant to the borough manager, Brian Wesco, could you possibly post the Caden Eagle Scout project on our website?
Will do.
Fantastic. End of my report.
Thank you. Mr. Obsonsky.
Thank you, ma'am. Just a couple of questions. The track at the Atlas Sports Complex, I think could use manicuring, could use a drag, because all it is a mess. I think we need to go up there and rotate that system that's there, because the grass is interfering with the stones and the sand, and it just does not set right. When you walk better on stones than you do on grass. Sticking with the grass comments, it is, I don't know if everybody is aware of it, but it is an EPA violation to blow grass into the streets, which is then transported by different methods to the sewer. Within the sewer, it creates a massive problem. That is why you're not supposed to blow grass into your street. If you can't remember that, then buy a couple of sheep, and in October you can eat the lawnmowers. It's a violation, you know, and it seems like it's dumb, but it's not, because it came from the EPA. Some of my favorite initials. Has anyone located the light that is out on Canal Street in the area of Williams Street?
That was turned in.
Okay.
It's a matter of,
Yeah.
we're waiting on PPL.
Yeah, and Pixan. Unusually, that is the end of my report, and I yield back the balance of my time to the chair.
Bless you.
Thank you.
turn to announcements by Mr. Brooks.
I only have two. First, I'd like to congratulate and welcome Jerry. We'll put you in that room over there, lock you in. I think you'll find it, the first couple of days are gonna go like lightning, because everything is gonna be new, everything's gonna be fresh. But we will do our best to get you in harness, and I think you're going to really be a benefit, and you're gonna love it. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to personally thank the mayor, representatives from Zach Mako's office, and a representative from Senator Nick Miller's office. They were on hand last Sunday at my grandson's Eagle Court of Honor. They all the mayor gave him a proclamation and declared April 16th Ethan Hamilton Brooks Day in the borough of Northampton. And the kid's face, yeah, his face lit up like it was great to see. And he also received a citation from the House of Representatives and the State Senate.
Congrats.
It was a great opportunity for him, a great day for him, and thank you.
You're welcome.
That'll do.
My pleasure.
That'll
Congrats.
do.
Congrats to your grandson.
Yes. Runs in the family.
Okay. Motion by council member to pay the bills
Pay the bill.
by Mr. Lupsonski. Second by council member
Sure.
Ms. Holloman.
I got my sheet on.
Questions?
Thank you. Yes. Foley Incorporated, at the bottom of page 1, $12,377.
Those are repairs on the loader and the paver combined.
The Gilmore Associates, I guess that's for the whole renovation. I think, Ms. Haldeman, you asked about that, the $25,000. And that's money that has been put aside for that 537 plan.
Yeah, the first line there is the wastewater treatment upgrade. That was the 537 plan. We had some studies done on the 21st Street pump station, the Stewart Street pump station, and and then Chapter 94 report for our NPDES renewal, and outfall inspections. That's part of the MS4 project.
Okay, thank you. What wishing well did we fix for $3,000?
That, the way she enters the memo line, what is not printed there after the where it says OU, there are about 6 more items. And the wishing well was not, the wishing well was 1463.
Okay.
Those other items were the things that don't fit in the print.
Okay, because I thought it was a very expensive wishing well. We should start.
We could have built a new one for
Throw
that.
dollar bills in there for paying $3,300 for a wishing well. But it could be very profitable if we were throwing dollar bills in there.
No, that wishing well's been there for quite some time, and they gussied it up. It looks very nice.
Okay, well, just a question. Just again, my typical talking about the sewer sludge pull out, why we talk about it. Now we have collapsed roof and stuff. We're up to $17,000 of sludge removal this last month, so the importance of it cannot be said enough. I thank you for spending the money on the pool paint. It's the heavier equipment, so we're gonna be doing a better job on that with the quality of paint. I think we had a little problem last year, so that is the end of my questions. Thank you.
Well, thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Motion by council member to adjourn by Mr. Hall. Second by
Second.
Ms. Almond. Questions? Opposed? I really messed that one up.
Favor?
Try again.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You were supposed to help me.
I'm
That's
sorry.
where you messed up.
I fell asleep with the switch.
You thought I had it, didn't
I
you?
heard adjourn and I adjourned.